Hi, welcome to Easy Learning. In this video, I'm going to tell you mnemonic which will help you to memorize order of operations. Like I'm going to pick P from parentheses, E from exponents, which is in the second high priority in order of operations, M for multiplication, D for division, A for addition, and S for subtraction. So when we combine it, we have PEM, DAS, PEMDAS. So PEMDAS will help you to memorize the order of operations. I can also write it like this, like PEM, DAS. Why I wrote M and D, multiplication and division, like this? The reason is multiplication and division have the same level of priority. And same is the case with addition and subtraction. So PEMDAS will help you to memorize order of operations. Another way to memorize this mnemonic is we can make words from each alphabet, and when we combine these words, we make a sentence. Like P like please, E like excuse, M my, D dear, A aunt, S Sally. When we combine it, we have a sentence like, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. And we can also say it like this, please, parenthesis, E for exponent, M for multiplication, D for division, A for addition, and S for subtraction. So if you remember PEMDAS or please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, in both ways you can remember the order of operations. Here we have a long equation. Before getting to this equation, let's write PEMDAS. This will help us to follow the right order of operations. We'll start from parentheses. Parentheses have the higher priority. And in this equation, we have two sets of parentheses. This is the inner set and this is the outer set. We'll solve inner set first. Copy the rest of equation. 6 plus 3. Now we'll solve this one. This inner parenthesis. 4 minus 2, 2. And here is the end of outer parenthesis. And this is the remaining part of equation. Okay, now here we have to solve this part, parenthesis, and in this parenthesis we have two operations, addition and multiplication. So which operation will solve first? According to PEMDAS, we'll solve multiplication first, then addition. So we'll solve this part first. 3 times 2 is 6. And here is the remaining part. Right, so now we have to solve this one, and we have just one operation inside the parenthesis, which is addition. So 6 plus 6, 12. No parenthesis because there is no more group. And here comes the rest of equation. Now here we have multiple operations, like we have multiplication, addition, division, and then again multiplication. PEMDAS says that we'll solve multiplication and division before addition, and when multiplication and division have because multiplication and division have the same level of priority, so this means we'll solve this from left to right. Okay, so on our left side we have multiplication, so we'll solve this part first, then we'll move on to division. because division is on our right side. So we'll solve this part and then we'll solve this part. So let's see. 8 times 4. First we'll have to solve this. So 8 times 4 is 32. Plus will be as it is. Now comes division turn. 12 divided by 2 is 6. And we'll solve this later. Now we have again two operations. Multiplication and addition. We'll solve multiplication first and then addition. So we'll solve this part first. 32 plus 6 times 7 is 42. Okay. Now we just have to add these two numbers. 32 plus 42 is 74. So this is the answer. Let's solve another equation. First we write PEMDAS. This will help us to follow the right order of operations. In this equation, we have parentheses and we have brackets. Okay, so order of operations tells us that parentheses and brackets have the same level or the same priority. So we'll solve parentheses first because parentheses is inside the bracket. Copy the rest of equation as it is. So here comes the inner parenthesis, and in this group we have to subtract. 8 minus 5 is 3, and I'm going to use parentheses around this 3 because this 3 is not alone. It has the exponent, so 3 to the power 3, and here comes the end of bracket. Okay, so now comes the turn of this bracket, and in this bracket we have three operations: addition, multiplication, and exponent. So PEMDAS says that addition, multiplication, and exponent has the higher priority. So we'll solve exponent first. 8 divided by 2 plus 2 times bracket start 10 plus 2 times 3 to the power 3 means 3 times 3 times 3, which is equal to 27. So I'm going to write 27 here, and yes. Now we have two operations in this bracket. So addition and multiplication, which we'll solve first. According to PEMDAS, addition, multiplication has the higher priority. So we'll solve multiplication first. Right. 8 divided by 2 plus 2, and yes, 27 times 2 is 2 times 27 is 54. Yes, now we'll add and copy the remaining part of equation, and now we will remove this bracket because we're going to solve it, and then there will be no more group. 10 plus 54 is 64. Now we have three operations: division, addition, and multiplication. PEMDAS says that multiplication and division have the same level, so we'll solve them from left to right. Then we'll solve addition. So we'll solve this part first, and then we'll solve this part first, and later we'll solve addition. 8 divided by 2 is 4, plus 2 times 64 is 128. Now comes addition turn, and 4 plus 128 is 132. So 132 is the answer of our equation. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.